different setup today. Okay, so welcome to the first episode of the Ask Alvin show. So today I'm doing a free brief Q&A session for you retail business owners with respect to improving your cash flow and profitability. So I'll be doing another 2 more of these, and you can see all the dates that I'll be in your time zone. All my clients are mainly in the US and the UK and in Australia. You'll notice me looking to my left. I've got a different camera set up today with my phone, so I'll be looking up there. So if you've got a question on Instagram, you can throw it on there as well. So a little bit of a background about me. So as I said, my name is Alvin. I am the business coach that helps retail business owners improve their cash flow and profitability. So for the past 15 years or so, I used to buy and sell farm them. Um, so that's a little bit about my story, and now I'm just that I did. So, the first offering that I have in working with me is basically what I call the fundamentals, which is improving your cash flow and profitability. So if you've got questions, just make sure you pop them into the comment section below. My friends on Facebook and my friends on YouTube. So that'll come up on the StreamYard software I'm using, and Instagram up here if you've got any questions as well. So I want to try and keep this pretty brief. I've got, excuse me, thankfully, I've got a lot of people that have submitted questions beforehand. So we'll do that. And of course, I will take any questions that come up here. So let's go. So I've just, great. Hey, John. I've just got a question here from John, and I'm just going to read out. I own a retail shop, a lingerie shop. Fantastic. And how can I go about tracking my cash flow? Okay, that's a really good question. That's exactly one of the things that was a real game changer for me was to track my cash flow when I was running my retail businesses. Really important that you track your cash flow because you get a really, really good sense of where your cash is in your business. And once you get a really good sense of where your cash is in the business, you can do this amazing thing called forecasting, which is trying to figure out, 6 to 12 weeks into the future on what your cash position is going to be in your retail business. I really love your business, John. The lingerie business sounds like right up my alley. So how do you go about tracking it? So I think the biggest mistake that all business owners, and especially retail business owners, make when it comes to tracking their cash flow is they fucking overcomplicate it. So this is not an accounting report. When you track your cash flow, it's meant to be real time. And so when I say real time, I mean weekly. So you can make decisions at the beginning of the week for the previous week about your business and about your retail business. So really easy, keep it simple. Just set up a spreadsheet, have your cash because we want real life flow, right? We want to know what our cash flow is right here and now. So have a look at your bank account and just list out in that spreadsheet what you physically paid out that week. So that's your expenses. You also don't forget, you've got to include your drawings. So if you've taken money out yourself, you've made loan repayments, all that kind of shit, anything that comes out of the bank account, list it out. And then so it's basically just a matter of making sure that you use the formulas on the spreadsheet, some plus and minus action, And your end figure, which is the end of cash figure, should equal what's in your bank account. So that's how you know you've done it correctly. And this is a major thing that retail business owners miss, is they forget that the end cash figure should equal what's in the bank account, because then you know your live cash flow. So that's what I would recommend, John. That's the way you do it, and set it up, and then do it weekly. Yeah, do it weekly, maybe on a Monday morning for the previous week, whatever works for you. And then from there, you can start forecasting. But the main thing is, by looking at your cash flow, you'll definitely be more aware of where the cash is going and what the fuck happened to all your money. Cool. Hope you found that useful. I haven't got any more questions coming up here, so I'll go to ones that were sent in before. This question here was from Larry. And how do I manage the cash flow in my business? Larry runs a grocery store. Awesome, Larry. So how do you manage the cash flow in your business? Really good question. Okay, so first of all, relating to John's question before, you need to track it. So that's super important, to be tracking your cash flow. The next thing is you want to make sure that you have really good supplier terms. So as a retailer, you definitely need to pay your suppliers. So you want to make sure that your trading terms are very, very well set up. What I mean by that is, where possible and where agreeable with your suppliers, that you're paying them as late as possible. So you've got some extended terms there. Okay, that's just super, super helpful for your cash flow. So that's the one thing I would do. The next thing I would do is I would start to optimize your business and get rid of excess shit in your business. So in your supermarket, I'm sure, or as I did in my, it just accumulates and you end up neglecting it. So what I would, hopefully you have a retail manager or something like that in your store, or somebody. I would go around, pull a report from your point of sale system, figure out what is dead stock, and let's start actively, getting rid of it. I am a proponent for discounting, but when it comes to dead stock, and if it's been longer than 3 months, let's just fucking get rid of it. Turn it into cash. So once you start this process, you will hopefully realize how much cash this can flush into your bank account. And it'll actually make your buying a lot better, because you'll be more aware of seasonal trends. Also, any excess shit, it'll just turn into cash, and you'll be a lot lighter and leaner in your inventory, which is always going to help your cash flow no end. So yeah, there would be some of the main tips. So the quick tips I would give for you there. Stream on different platforms, except for Instagram. I've got my phone up there. Yeah, okay, I'm just reading this here. All right. So this is anonymous. He's got some funny username, but that's okay. So he's saying that, how do I run my business from far without me being there on the day-to-day? Okay, and his name is D3427. So D3427, thanks for your question. Yeah, it's a really great question. Drive to do it. But let's talk about it. How do we leverage your time so you're standing, you're not in your shop? Okay, so hitting close to 10 minutes here. This will probably be the last question, because nobody has the attention span to go for 10 minutes, as we found out the other day with my other video. So first thing you want to do is you want to do a time audit. So basically, you want to start logging down all the tasks that you do as an owner in your business. Once you've logged it for a week, you need to go through and figure out which of those tasks that you can delegate. Okay. And it's going to be a little bit daunting in the beginning when you start doing this. But if you have a team, you need to start making them responsible and delegating all the stuff that you're doing, all the mundane shit. In fact, everything needs to be delegated over a period of time. Once you've delegated your business, the next thing you need to do is how do you ensure that it's running the way that you want it to? Okay. And the best way to do that is to start thinking about and setting up some KPIs. So you need key performance indicators in your business. You need to have an understanding of what metrics in your business are going to drive your cash flow and profitability forward. At the very least, there are some things that I recommend as a retailer that you track. You definitely need to track your average dollar sale. You definitely need to track your gross margin, average gross margin for the week, or your gross profit. Wages is another really, really good one to track as well. And so I would start with those. There are a few other ones as well, but that's a really good thing to start with. So basically what you want to do is you want to represent your KPIs in some sort of dashboard. And so it's visual as well. And you need to ensure that the information gets to you. So you might initially just put it up on an A4 piece of paper. You want to train one of your team members to be pulling these reports for you so they've got ownership. Your team has ownership. I am going live at 5 p.m. Germany time, which for all my New York East Coast bros and girls, it's at 11 a.m. your time. So all the times are included in the information that I've got here. So if you have some questions, I would love it if you want to come along next week, or you can put them in the comments section below and I will answer them for you. If you're watching the replay, I'd love to know when you're watching it. So just write replay on there, just so I know when this is going out. If you have any questions, like I said, pop them in the comments below or come along next week. Like, share, do all that fun stuff for me. I really appreciate it. If you've got a friend who runs a retail business who might need some help with their cash flow and profitability, and get them to come along to the show next week and just tag them. All right, awesome. I'm going to log out now, and I think that is it. I might play some cool music to see how that works. Till soon. Ciao.